All right, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the differences between a Kung Fu punch versus a karate punch, right? I have a lot of people who are asking me, what are the differences and which kind of punches are more effective, right, versus one another and versus different style. So I am just going to talk based on my experience, right? I don't want to talk on things that I don't know. And if you have further comments, please add them below and then we can discuss furthermore. But today, the point is when to punch using a karate punch versus a Kung Fu punch, right? So from my experience learning Kung Fu, it's very fluid, right? It's very fluid, it's very soft, and they do a lot of these, like when they punch, the hands very soft, right? And then everything, they just letting it fly in the air like this, like and like that, okay? Whereas karate punches are very direct, right? We go straight, right? 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 So karate punches, although it's loose here, as we're about to punch, but in a sense where when we get to this part, before we turn over, this is where you want to really tighten up, right? And you have to tighten up because why? At impact, if I have my student come in here, at impact, if right now this is just a pad, so the pad is pretty much soft, right? But if this is a wall, or in karate we practice what is called the makiwara, which is a wooden stick, and if you loosen your wrist and you punch this way here, what happens is your wrist caves in, and once your wrist caves in like this, you are going to have a broken wrist, right? So while being loose like this, and you have teachers who are telling you that, be loose and you feel like a rope and you just do like that, you do like that. But again, you're hitting this way here and you're not tightening your wrist. I don't think you're gonna do as much damage to your opponent, right? And if you don't do enough damage to your opponent, what happens is your opponent will probably get angry and then go after you, right? So for the karate punch, it's more of we loose here, but as we turn, we gotta be tight, right? As we turn, we gotta be tight, right? So tighten this way here is to protect our wrist from being caved like this or being twisted like this, right? You don't want to twist downward or sometimes twist upward, right? It depends on how you throw your punch. But in the karate punch, it's basically, I'm gonna stand this way here. It's basically when we punch, and I have videos that talks about when you punch like this, you wanna use your legs as well with your hip, and you wanna anchor like that. See, this way here, I'm gonna do soft as I go and I turn and I anchor like that, right? Versus I'm going loose and go this way, right? So this is like a Kung Fu punch here where I go loose, right? I'm not putting impact yet because I am scared to put impact if I do it so fast like that being loose, right? If I do so fast and my wrist is loose, on contact, I'm just afraid that I might break my wrist, right? And you comment below, let me know what you think or what were your experiences, right? But just think about it like boxers. Every time when they get into a ring, what do? They really have to tie up their whole entire hand and wrist and everything, right? Because think about it, these guys are going, 5 to 10 rounds of, brutal punching. So they really have to keep their wrist intact, okay? So how do we practice our karate punch? Is once again, get into a solid stance like this here, right? And then from here, learn looseness, and as you turn from here, sink like this. So I'm gonna do it 5 times here. See how I turn, see how I turn. So don't punch this way here. Don't punch it square like this, square like that. I've seen karate people who punch it square like that. Square like this here, what it means is you're stopping your momentum, okay? And when you're stopping your momentum, you don't really know how much power you are exerting, okay? So you want to go full momentum, having your body go with you, right? See how my body goes with me? Body goes with me, right? You see that? My whole body goes with me this way. So that's the difference in our style, that we send our body with us, right? Just think about this. if you have someone who weighs 150 pounds, let's say, and just punch straight like this here, and it's just our arm, you just you just cannot exert that much force, right? But that 150 pound person punches this way and then turn the body too, it's adding more force, right? Because now he's adding more displacement, right? He's changing his center of gravity, right? So that's what I want you to focus on when you are practicing your karate punch, right? Because karate punch is using more the hip to go into the object of your intended purpose to punch, and at the same time understanding that you have to lock your wrist as well. Okay, so that's my explanation between the differences of a karate punch versus a kung fu punch. But for those of you who practice kung fu as well, please put your comments below. We can discuss about it. I'll create another video, so maybe I have some person in the kung fu art and they come and explain some more. In the meantime, if you like what you saw, please click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.